All right, what I got here today is a 2000 Chevrolet Camaro convertible. It's been sitting for a few years. It belongs to the customer's wife. It's just one of them cars they've had for a very long time. They don't want to get rid of it. They don't want to junk it. So it's become more of a project. As of right now, it's been sitting for a couple of years, and they've had a couple other mechanics come out here and looked at it. I think I was told they threw out some crank sensor, camshaft sensors, and I checked those sensors. They're all working perfectly fine. The computer seems fine. So I went to go ahead and bought an OEM module. I have not yet replaced it. It's still in the box. Of course, first things first, before replacing it, that's a $300 part. I wanted to check the circuits for power, grounds, and signals from the computer. I already had everything printed up when I left my shop this morning. So first thing I'm going to do is check and see if we got power. This is our ignition control module. Goes to our fuse right over here. And it's our pink wire. As you can see, I am connected at the pink wire. Hope y'all can see that. There's that pink one. I'm just checking for power, and it is a negative. No power. So before checking anything else, obviously, we got to make sure we got power going to our module. So, put this to the side. This here is our fuse. I've already verified it, looked it up on my diagrams here. And right now I got it connected over to that pink wire. So all I'm going to do is I'm just using my power cable here that's hooked up over at the battery. I'm going to apply, well, before I do that, let me show you. I have no power here at all. Nothing. None of these fuses are powered. Oh, that one is. Oh, we got one. But that's our injectors, PCM. I forgot what this one was. Oh, that goes to the starter. So, all right, so this is the one I care about right here. No power on either end. So watch what happens, and you may even be able to hear. It's a little low, the battery's low. But yeah. So we have no power coming to this fuse box, or underneath we either have a bad connection or something, because this fuse has no power on either end of the terminals. So, all right, so pretty much all I did was, if you can see, everything looks pretty corroded. These cables are pretty ugly. And if you can see that one down in here, which feeds the fuse box, these cables are pretty ugly. Pretty much all I try to do is just give it a good twist. And now we have power. I don't know if you can see that. All of our fuses have power. Look at that. Sorry, missed the camera. All right, this is the one I'm targeting, which is hooked up over there. There you go. I'm gonna put that guy back in there. Before I do that, I'm gonna make sure we have a good ground. Good 5 volts reference over there. This car should start. All right, so moment of truth. I want to go ahead and check the oil since it has been sitting for a couple of years. I'm going to go ahead and hook up my jumper on there just for a little extra battery juice. And we good here, there. All right, so looks like our fuse box now has power. All right, moment of truth. Let's check it out and see if it'll start. I'm gonna cycle the key a couple of times, see if I can get some fuel buildup. There it is. Sounds like crap because of them, but there you go. It is running, it's alive. I can see the owner running out here. Boom. There you go, guys. Jesse's Auto Diagnostics, Auto Electric. So after I turned the car off, it didn't turn on anymore. Same problem, no power at the fuse. So I knew it wasn't a wiggle problem. So I had to go back to my wire diagram and actually started to see where the power was coming from. So here's the ignition control fuse from here, which had no power at all. And this purple box is the fuse box. So that pink wire would power up the evaporative mission, and my ignition control module, along with the transmission. So this little fuse powers up all 5 of these components. 4. The power is being provided by the ignition relay. Okay. Of course, you can see the ignition switch itself. Once you turn it on, it's to supply power down the red wire. Over here, ignition run, creating a magnetic field inside the relay, closing the relay, providing that battery voltage through my fuse down over here. Long story short, I'm not sure, did I have power here, ground, or was it just a bad ignition relay?